I passed a funded challenge in less than 24 hours. Now I'm going to show you guys how I did it. Let's go. Your boy done passed a funded challenge in 24 hours. Well, it wasn't even 24 hours. It was a lot less than that. I started in the afternoon and I ended it this morning. So it was probably less than 24 hours. But anyway, guys, I'm going to show you guys my certificate. Boom, you can see it on the screen right now. It was the E8 funding program. The link to the E8 funding challenges will be in the top of my description. And just a quick one about the difference between E8 and True Forex funds. The only difference is one does a 5 minimum trading day. And so for phase 1 and for phase 2, you have to trade for a minimum of 5 days. And that's with True Forex funds. E8 funding is 1 minimum trading day. So that's how I was able to pass in practically less than 24 hours. Right here, you can see my phase 1. You can see phase 1 was started on the 21st. Phase 2 we're going to come to in a minute. Phase 1 was started here on the 21st. And so let's go into the dashboard real quick. So on this one, I did take a few trades, but I'm not going to run through all the trades in this one. But you guys can blatantly see, look, it was a £2,428 trade that I took on gold that literally ran this through the roof. So from here you can see the gold trade was taken at 1934.7. 1934.7. If I go back to the chart, you can see 1934.7 is within these wicks. I'm not really going to break that down. I've talked about gold pushing up from here on the last video. So if you want to know how I was able to catch that move, go ahead and check out the last video. Now I'm going to move on to phase 2. So now I'm on phase 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through all 4 trades on phase 2 because it was only 4 trades. That one had a bit more, so your boy wasn't going to go through all of that. I'll be here all day. So now I'm going to scroll up to the very top. You can see right here, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. As you guys can see, I passed phase 2. But there was 4 trades taken here. Really and truly, there should have been 3 trades. When it comes to phase 2, so first of all, let's talk about this trade right here. This gold trade taken at 1964.91. Before I even go into that, what did I say yesterday? If you're looking to do intraday trading, you should target this high. Look at where we are. We are smashing through this high. We're moving up here so nice, so blessed, so good. And this is exactly what I was saying. This was my POI for price to turn around at. And so this is obviously the swing target. I done told you guys all over Twitter. Done told you guys all over YouTube. So follow me on Twitter because I'm going to be talking about gold non-stop. You guys might have missed this move. So anyway, let's get back to it now. Let's get back to it. So like I said, that very first trade, I took it here after FOMC did its madness. I took it when price traded down lower into the very highest point of the imbalance around here. So roughly about 1964. I believe it was 1964. 1964, yeah, 1964.9. And then I hold it into the next day, and what I ended up doing was I ended up closing this trade when price was pushing up into this high. So do you see this high here? When price ended up pushing up into this high, this is why I ended up closing it. And you guys can see here, I closed it off at 1980.37. When price was pushing up 1980.37, if you just look at the cursor, this is where I closed it off. I was going to target the money, but I had reached the profit target. There's no point trying to squeeze in some more. Once you reach the profit target, you blitz, you get out those trades. So that was that trade. I mean, nothing special, just the entry at the top of the imbalance when price came back into it, and that was that. Before I continue with this video, take time to subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get this channel to 50,000 subscribers. Also, if you're getting value from this content, hit that like button so I know, because that's the only way I can know whether you guys are enjoying the video. Before I forget, I am doing a Twitter mentorship giveaway. All you have to do is follow me on Twitter, retweet the giveaway tweet, and get active with the comments. The winner will be announced on the 25th of March. Guys, you still have 2 days to get active, 2 days to get involved. And so don't miss out on this opportunity. My Twitter is MHU_effects_official. Let's move on to the next gold trade as I'm in here right now. So gold again. So I took that trade yesterday. That was the only trade I took yesterday on the 22nd. And now on the 23rd, which is today, this is the gold 1977. I'm going to go ahead and break this down for you guys real quick. So 1977, let's go into the 5-minute time frame. And let's go into the 1-minute time frame. So this is where the London session kicks in. So we get this high. This is my down close candle here. When price came back down into the down close candle, I entered in near about 50% of the down close candle. Why? Because I was looking at this imbalance here being traded to, this area of inefficiency. So from here, this kind of 6-wick low, and that one's high. So I waited specifically for 50%. So this is why I entered roughly about here 1977.80, somewhere with the spreads that put me in at .80s 81. And so this is where I jumped in, market execution, with a stop loss beneath the down close candle low. And as you guys can see, went against me a little bit, came against me a little bit more, and didn't stop me out, and then started pushing up higher. I closed out when price was moving towards the high. I didn't need to take it at the high because I had reached the profit target. In fact, what I did is I made sure we had gone above and beyond, just to make sure when I'm closing the trades, it didn't try to play me or come back on me. So I closed off this trade here at price 1980.42. And so this is the high. There's the money. Here's the money on top there. 1980.42 is up here. No one near the high because I did not need to do it. Let's move on to the next trades now. GBPUSD, you can see this trade here, 1.2326. Let's go to GU. So now when it comes to GBPUSD, this is a new day on GU. In Asia, we had all kinds of upward action, upside action. But when I wake up, I'm looking to get active. So what I decided to do was this. When I was active with my trading, I was trading around this time, around 7 o'clock in the morning. And I looked to the left, saw a down close candle here. That's very important. So let's go ahead and mark that up. Here, that's my down close candle. And I also saw this area of inefficiency from this one's low to that high. So let's just mark it up real quick. There we go. I marked up 50% of this imbalance here to there. This is where I was looking to enter. So I had a buy limit on at the time. But as you guys can see, it completely missed this. It did not come in to tag it in. So basically, that was a missed opportunity there. But what I decided to do was I didn't panic, didn't stress, didn't start going crazy. Went down to the 1 minute time frame. And you guys can see this right here. Let's just move into here. So this is that same area. I wait for price to trade through the high, which it did. And when it did that, when price came back into the down close candle now, so this is now a down close candle here. When price came back down into the down close candle, this is where I jumped in with a stop loss beneath this kind of 6 wick, this one here. And so you guys can see it did not come and stop me out. And then I ended up closing this trade, GBPUSD at 23.35. So I think just roughly about this high, 23.35 comes in roughly about here. Once again, I did not need to hold any longer because I was in more than enough profit to close off the trade. So phase 2 was passed in 3 trades. However, this is a mistake that probably some people make. I've made this mistake. Well, I made this mistake. You're going to see this now. And this is something that you have to be very mindful of when you're doing a funded challenge. So you have to make sure that your limit orders are all deleted, completely deleted, especially once you've believed you've passed the profit target. Just go ahead and double check to see whether you have anything still active. Because what happened with me, so this was my very original order, was down here. When I passed the challenge, just closed it off and put my phone down. I didn't do any checks after that. And I was just thinking like, rah, you know, man's passed the challenge. I've not seen anything saying that I've passed the challenge on the back office. And then I thought, let me go and check the trades again. And then when I came back, I was in another trade. This trade here, the GU trade. This one right here at the top. This entry was 1.2317. Let's go ahead and check this. Look, 1.2315. So just a few pips above. So in other words, this entry that I had left here was tagged into the trade. And so I had to quickly close off that trade. So that's why you see here, once again, you see I closed it off at 1.2319. So basically 2 pips. 2 pips in profit. And if I just move this to the side here, you can see it was a good thing I did that because after I got tagged into the trade, closed it off at 19, even though I went 5 pips into profit, I had no idea, but closed it off at 19. It then came back on me and it would have hit my stop loss. That's just a tip for you guys that are doing these funded challenges. Always make sure that you've deleted all your limit orders, especially when you believe you've passed the challenge. Go ahead and double check to make sure everything's gone, because you don't want to come back to your trading account to see that you've still not reached your profit target because you've just taken a loss because of something you've done.